It always seems to amuse people when I mention that Sailor Moon is one of my favorite animes of all time, of any genre, period. I think it's fair to say that I'm very masculine presenting, so it really catches people off guard when I start talking about how much I absolutely adore the show that features teenage girls fighting evil by moonlight and winning love by daylight. So here it is. Here's the story behind why and how I fell in love with Sailor Moon. To make a long story short, my sister and I butted heads a lot when we were growing up together. That's a whole other long, convoluted story that's best left private. But what's important to note for this story is this. Of all the many things we fought each other over, the remote was one of our most prized possessions. We didn't have a lot of money growing up, so we only had one TV, and whoever had control of the remote got to pick what we watched. And because our personalities were so different, and because we just had to fight over everything, it was a real struggle to get through an entire episode of a show, any show, without one of us attempting to steal away the remote from the other and switching to something we wanted to watch. And one of the few times we were able to compromise on anything growing up, that's the reason why I love Sailor Moon so much. So here's what we agreed to. If I promised to sit still and watch quietly while my sister watched Sailor Moon, she in turn would promise to sit still and watch quietly while I watched Dragon Ball Z. No fighting, no fussing, no interruptions. Just a chance to watch our favorite TV show uninterrupted all the way through. That's how it started, but that's not how it ended. When it started, I thought Sailor Moon was just something I had to suffer through. But the more I watched it, the more I fell in love with it. Sailor Moon, quite simply, is a damn good anime. Yes, it's true that I never would have watched it if I hadn't been forced to initially, but once I gave the show a chance, it became and it remains one of my all-time favorites. And in case you're wondering, the reverse is also true. My sister became and remains a massive Dragon Ball Z fan to this very day. And anytime I think about Sailor Moon, not only do I think about how good of a show it was, I also think about a really nice bonding experience I had with my sister. And that's why I love Sailor Moon so much. That's the story. Hope you enjoyed.